Hey! It's me, Kai, again, with you. We're together, we're playing Mega Man 4. I love this game. I've beaten this game like a bajillion times. So who knows, maybe we'll try play the Robot Masters out of the correct order. You're supposed to start with Toad Man. I don't know, let's see what we feel like. Ring Man's not horrid once you get his pattern down, so why don't we show that off? I don't know, we'll see. If things go bad, we can always revert back to the correct order. Day's going good, little busy. The game takes you straight away. You can charge in this game. I didn't want to play Mega Man 3 first because I hate the dock robots so goddamn much. See, you get your little charge. That's worth 3 little lemon shots. There we go. Good. Heading on through. Nah, today's been good for me. I managed to get rid of all the boxes that I moved with. I gave them to someone else who was moving. I posted them online, and I was like, the first person who can show up and get these can have them. And like within the hour, you know, someone was here and they were here to grab it. And that was the end of my trouble, which is perfect for me. Yeah, no? Here we go. I don't like this boss. This boss either takes like a really short or really long amount of time. There's no in between because these silly little rockets. Dislike the big hippo. Basically, all you can do, you got to get him down. But he raises up so fast, so when you're busy getting beat up by his silly little rockets, he's getting away from you. I love the music in this game. All the original Mega Man games have banger music, and this is no exception. Gotta watch out for the platforms here because they come along with you. Gotta watch out for the little razor dudes as well because they speed up whenever you come on past. Oh, we've got to get the timing right for these dudes. There we go. They go down pretty easy once you get it right. Now, I've been playing these games for like years, like over a decade at least. But to me, they're not all that tough. But you know, I'm sure because we're here streaming and talking and having fun, I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes, and you'll have to forgive me. I sort of forget the bosses in like the castle sections at the end because they all sort of blend into me for like Mega Man 4, 5, and 6. I really should be focusing on the little rockets, but I just want to get the Hippo Man done. We don't really have anything. There's Rush Coil. Who knows? We'll go up this ladder, and Eddie will be here, and he will give us a nice little item. Oh, that's perfect! The energy tank. So that'll refill our life completely if we are getting low. I don't like these guys. Because if they find you, if they see you, they start closing up. And then they come straight at you and you can't hit them. It's very annoying! You have to wait for them to be done. And that's not the way we do it here. Playing Mega Man. That is like the exact wrong way of playing these games. I didn't need to hit him. Sometimes it's more fun to do that. It's all about having fun. Not about being the best in the worst. Ooh. Yeah? Oh. Just a waiting game with this fella. I didn't do anything. The worst thing you can do. We have to beat him before we can pass. I think, no, that's good. We don't have to do it. I don't know. We'll probably be good for Ring Man. Ring Man has a very set pattern. So we'll see what we can do. He throws his ring at you, it goes back to him, and then he jumps up, he throws one. So if we get in... Ah, I got hit. But he'll throw, he'll get out. Just like that, that's the pattern. So as long as you stick to that, he shouldn't give us too much trouble. But of course, you know, knowing me, something bad might happen. Good. All good so far. Just remember your training. And then we just hit him. In this game, if you can get into the middle of the screen when the level finishes, Mega Man shoots up into the air. So let's see if I've done it right. Yes, there we go, straight away, nice. Usually he runs to the center and he does a little jump to display that, you know, you've beaten the boss. And, you know, he's all done, he's all good. And then, you know, he jumps up, he gets the little power. Who's going to be next? Stage select. I'm feeling Dive Man. If we're doing, like, difficult levels, Dive Man is fine. He is weak to Skull Man's weapon, which is what we should have done first. But, you know, I guess we are just diving on in. Oh, dear. Watch out for these little fish fellas. Just get in the water. Don't try to get around them, because they'll hop into you. Just wait for them to come to you. Don't get that. Spikes are an instant kill. So, you don't want to get stuck in them. We have the slide as well as the charge. This is when Mega Man really got powered up, so to speak. People are very divided about the charge. You can spend the whole game not using it. It adds a little bit, but yeah, you can get by just fine without it. Let's try and beat up this dude before he does anything. There we go. I forget. There's a secret item. I don't remember if it must be past the second whale, which is also annoying because it means you have to fight him again. 2 secret items in this game that help you out. They're not necessary, but if you want a little bit of help later on, if you want to make your life easier, which I imagine a lot of people would playing a game like this. I've just got to mash to get rid of this guy. That wasn't too bad. Then yeah, you'll want to do them, and if you don't know where they are, oh, stick with me, my friend, and I will show you. So there we go. Nice. Wait for this little boy to go down. Not the best decision, but it was worth it. And now we get this, and I think it's time for another whale fight. I hope the cartridge doesn't crash. That would be a bummer. Now that I've put that out there into the world, we don't need to charge another shot, because we're going to fall down this hole. And it's a secret little spot with some sneaky spikes to mess you around. And at the bottom, which one is this? We have the wire. And I'll show you that later. We'll definitely use it. This isn't going to be one of those things where, you know, we get the item and the fella never shows you what it is. Who would do such a thing other than me playing like Mario RPG and doing absolutely none of the special moves or using none of the characters? What sort of chump would do such a thing, right? Yeah, but the item is definitely worth it, but it means that we got to fight the whale again. But you know, he's not that bad. See, he's already gone. Now, Dive Man definitely has a pattern as well, and I gotta remember what it is when we get there. Because it would be quite bad to lose. Oh, you're supposed to hang around this thing. Come on, there we go. Now it blows up, and we come on through. Now don't jump too high because there's spikes up there, which is, again, pretty rude. They really didn't want those kids to beat this game first try. And here he is. So let's see if we can't remember his pattern. We've got a few tries, so let's see. It would be a shame if we were to lose, but, you know, what can you do? I think it's best to just hit him. He'll jump a couple times. Yes. He'll shoot 3 of them. Alright. We're not doing so hot. But I think I remember for next time. So he goes 1, 2, 3. And then he comes back. Oh. Oh, there we go. So, we'll have to remember that. We still got him down to half health, which is pretty nice. And we've got that energy tank from Ringman, which means we should be just fine in beating him up. So we'll just, we'll take our time. It's all we can do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 1. Ah, I did nothing. Okay. We just got to see what he's going to do. He never shoots more than 3. He's a pretty tough boss, honestly, if you're unprepared. So, catching him like this, in his little pattern, like, obviously, I'm a pleb. Like, I'm a loser, using the Buster. And, oh dear. Come on, him or me. There we go. Now we're going to try stand in the middle again. There we go. Let's see what happens. Let's see if I got the right spot. I did it again. It's not like significant or anything. It's kind of silly, but I don't know. It always makes me feel like I've achieved something when I do it. And I guess that's a little silly, but you know, it's about having fun. Who would be good next? I don't want to do Pharaoh Man. You know, we've been doing the toughest stuff. So, who knows? Nah. We'll go Bright Man, then we'll go Pharaoh Man. I don't hate myself completely. I find Pharaoh Man to be a little bit of a tough boss. With just the Buster, I haven't figured out the way just yet to... I haven't found his pattern that's best for the Buster. And you know, maybe that's my fault for not playing well enough. But you can see Bright Man's level here. His little deal is that, is that when you shoot the little like fireflies, the lights go out. When you shoot the little firework man, the lights come back on. Fun little gimmick. Got to get these guys before our grasshopper turns around. I like the creativity. All these different enemies and things to do with them. Get rid of that fella. No, I enjoy the variety. And these old Mega Man games, like, I don't know, I can just keep playing them. And I guess that's a little bad. But, what can I say? It's good fun. I always have a good time with any of the original 6. It is worth going down here. Heading on through to the end. Unfortunately, you have to turn around and come back after. So it's a little annoying, but it's worth it. Because you get yourself an energy tank and an extra life. And that could be good if you're coming into this not knowing what you're doing. And let's face it, I'm not the best. I'm no speedrun fella. I just play games for fun. And I just happen to have a lot of fun playing this. Oh. There we go. We don't need Rush again, so we don't have to worry about filling him back up. But we will continue. Nice. I think in this one, yeah, they start getting like twisted up. You got to make sure you don't end up on the wrong one. Maybe it's the next time. No, maybe it's here. How much cheese is in this game? Do you mean like cheating? Like we did with Mega Man 1? Not that much, honestly. This game is pretty straightforward. I think by the 4th one, they started figuring out, you know. We can get rid of that. I like to keep the lights on in this section. Obviously much easier and better to see what you're doing. Hopefully we outrun this a little bit. There we go, let these shots go past. But yeah, not a lot of cheating in this game. It's mostly a Mega Man 1 sort of thing. Good, good, good. Everything's going well. But now we have to deal with Bright Man. So I think what we do here, you hit him first with a little one, and then you start charging your shots. We'll see what we can do. Because he does his special move after a certain number of like health depleted. Like on certain little bars of his health, he'll do his special move where he freezes you. And I jumped into that. Where he freezes you and shoots a big like shot out. And so you want to make sure he doesn't do that. And if you get him into this sort of position, it happens on multiples, pardon me, where if you shoot him once with your regular little gun, and then do the charge shots from there, or use his weakness, Toadman, he never does it. And that puts you in a much more stable position. We are going to do Pharaoh Man next, because I should stop avoiding him, but it's so much easier with Bright Man's weapon. I don't even want to see what it's like without. I can't be bothered today. I'm sure I've done it before, but I don't want to do it now. So here we go. Pharaoh Man, of course. He's out in the desert. He's got a big pyramid that we're going into. Or like a big tomb, I guess. Ah. So we'll just have to get on in there. Oh, man. You can sink into the quicksand, obviously, which I'm sure you're the same as me. I thought we were all going to have a lot more troubles with quicksand in life than we were led to believe. You want to jump that gap. You don't want to go into the pyramid there. You want to go past. And you want to head out this way for the second bonus item. Nice. And once we are here, you get the balloon. And again, I'll be showing that off later. There's plenty of opportunities to use both the wire and the balloon, so don't feel like we're going to get neato items and I'm not going to show them off. Everything gets used. Only downside to getting the balloon in this level, and only in this level, is that you miss a screen with one of the E-tanks on it. Something else to notice, you know, this game compared to, say, Mega Man 1. Oh dear. Universal Childhood Warriors, that's right. Quicksand, the Bermuda Triangle, stuff like that. Stuff that, like, was in all media and we were really led to believe, oh, nice. It's like nothing happened. Stuff that we were really led to believe was going to be a big problem, and I'm yet to see any of it. That's rude of that bat to not come out. Usually with these little platforms, you can see when their eyes open, that means it's a good time to jump on them, because they're about to shoot you as well. Why were we all so worried about quicksand? Pardon me. But yeah, I was saying before, the only downside to getting the balloon, and it's a very temporary downside, but there's an E-tank in one of the rooms that you are unable to pick up if you go for the balloon route, because it puts you in the room afterwards. Get rid of these little mummies. The old mummy's alive. And we will continue on. Pharaoh Man ain't nothing. I think I got rid of him. And there's the door there. So we are going to make this as easy as we can with Bright Man's weapon. I mean, you can call this cheese, but this is like, you know, the intended way to do it. You know, each boss has a weakness to another boss. That's the way the games are played. And we're going to use it. So with Bright Man, he pauses. So this was his power that we took. Obviously, this is what he would have done to us if I didn't use my cheeky little technique to make it so he wouldn't do it. My explanation's not too hot today, but this is all you gotta do now. You just make sure you have Brightman's power saved up, and whoops, he's all gone. So again, we're gonna try and get in the middle. Maybe here. BRB getting cheese. You made yourself think about it. Ah, we didn't get it. You see, he ran over and he jumped up in the middle instead. I love that screen. The old, like, look at this. That was like peak late 80s, like, cyber tech. Drillman might take a while. Oh, no. Drillman's fine. We got Dive Man's weapon. I was gonna say, like, Drillman might take a while without the dive little missile things, but then I forgot we got it anyway. I was looking at Dustman on the screen. So we're cruising. These little ladybugs can get a little bit tricky, but we're okay. I think we're gonna be just fine. We got this fella as well. He's not as strong as the dudes in the other games, so you can just take him out. It's not a big deal. There are a couple spots in the game where, you know, they trap you with him in some inopportune locations, but for the most part, you should be fine. This level is also very good with Brightman's weapon, and a little bit tough without it. So luckily we got it. I mean, you know, I'm just playing in whatever order, but it's a good idea to have it. So maybe later, once we go back to the screen, I'll say what the ideal way through the game is. Not that I think too many people are that fussy about it, but I don't think I'm inspiring too many people to play Mega Man 4. Although they should, because it's a really good game. I own too many copies of each, like, original Mega Man game. Oh, goodness. They're in really bad spots for me. Look at this. Look at what I've gotten myself into. Terrible. That was very unintentional. Very unprofessional. There we go. These guys only take one shot, but they've got their little covers on, so they can be hard to hit. Not ideal. But there we go. It can be pretty hard to get like health and stuff to drop, or anything that isn't weapon energy. So here's the wire. So you look up and you get a wire to the ceiling, and then you are able to get those weapons, or those, you know, items as they hang around, which is very nice. It was a fun way of playing. Mega Man 5 and 6 maybe took it a little too far with the attachments. But saying that, I can't really remember what Mega Man 5's like gimmick was. Maybe it was beat. So this section is very good. If you are not using Brightman's weapon, rocks will come down from those little tunnels above, and they will go exactly when you want to make a jump, and it will be pretty bad. It'll be very annoying. They'll hit you for sure. And look, we're even getting item energy too. So it's just like, it's a victory all around. And now we're going to see Drill Man. Oh, we've got 2 energy tanks. Honestly, in these later games, you usually end up with more energy tanks than you know what to do with. So if you need to use them, just use them. It's not too much of a bad thing. So Drill Man is going to do what he's going to do. He's going to drill. And when he pops out of the ground, that's when you want to hit him. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We'll use the dive, or the energy tank, before we go back to the dive missile. And yeah, he's invincible when he's in the ground. So basically, just keep moving, because he'll want to be where you are. Like, he'll pick a spot in time. And yeah, the missiles aren't always great at hitting him. And I'm great at getting hit, apparently. But there we go. And then usually the bosses just leave themselves with one little bit, and then we can get him. Nothing bad. Let's see if I hit the middle. I don't feel like I did. Usually 1 or 2 off. Oh, well. What's that? 3 bosses left? That's pretty cool. We have Rush Jet. Nice, we beat the right boss. I think, yeah, it's pretty static. It's not about a number of bosses beaten. So, in case you were wondering, and I'm sure you were, I'm sure it was burning curiosity for you. Stomach was hungry. So, you're supposed to start with Toadman, go to Brightman, Pharaoh from there, and then bring into Dust, into Skullman, into Diveman, and then Drillman is last. But we do what we like. So we're going to Toadman anyway now. This level's fun, and this boss is actually pretty easy, so you don't really have to worry. It's a good place to start if you're playing the game for the first time. You just have to put up with this wind and rain, so it halts your jump. You can see I'm not jumping as hot as I should be. Always enjoy the music in these games. We got the slide to get out of the way, so you got to be careful with your jumps because, you know, they won't always give you a good opportunity. There are some points where I just use rush to give myself like a big jump because I can't be bothered taking a chance, messing up, and then having to redo the level again. That's not usually my favorite thing. So we're out of the rain. We get to go through some lovely sewers. We got some rats and stuff, but you know, this is exactly where a toad would hang out. Where all the water is, even if it's like poo water or something. I think if you're hurting for energy, there's like some to the left there. I don't need it because I'm like number one. But for now, yeah, we'll just keep on keeping on. There's a big snail. He hits you with his big old snail eyeballs. If you were a toad, you would hang out in a more respectable establishment. I understand. But toads aren't always the smartest. They're not always thinking ahead on the best ways to take care of themselves and others. I don't know about where you live, but here in Australia we have something called the cane toad, and they're pretty ugly and nasty, and they are considered pests. So if you see one, they're usually up north. They're not in every state, but if you see one, you're encouraged to dispose of it however you feel like. We have some strange pests here in Australia. Usually it's stuff that some dude ages ago wanted to introduce. He was like, this would be great to hunt. And he released like 10 and then they bred like crazy. And, you know, we got stuck with whatever animal some old-timey dude decided to release. Like, I'm pretty sure, like literally the story with rabbits in Australia. Rabbits are not native. I believe we started with something between like 10 and 25, and like it's genuinely the story I just told. Some dude rolled up on a boat like 100 or 2 years ago or whatever, and decided that he wanted to hunt some rabbits for sport while he was hanging out in Australia. And so he released a few. And the rest is history, and we have rabbits everywhere. And just like that, that's what happens when you actually use a weakness on a boss. Let's try and line up in the middle. Let's see if we can do it. How we doing? Nah, we were off again, but we got it the first 2 times, which was pretty cool. Who's gonna be last for us? Maybe we'll go Dustman and then Skullman. See what we feel like. I don't know. The cane toads have old man eyebrows. Did you just look them up? They're pretty ugly. Like, they are genuinely like toads. They are exactly what you'd expect from something called a toad. Yes, you did. They're pretty ugly and they're pretty nasty too. Like, some people like, you know, frogs and toads and stuff, and they hold them and, you know, they make pets out of them and stuff. But I'm pretty sure with cane toads, like, if you grab one of those in your hand, like, you'd get some nasty warts or like some sort of yucky thing. So look at this they've got here, just designed to mess you up. They keep people in the pits you jump over. And I missed him again. Just so that when you jump over for the first time, they get in your way and they hit you. That's very rude, I think. Invasive species are so messed up. That's true. Let's see if we can get that. Yeah, nice. We're in Dustman stage, and much like Toadman, he's hanging out exactly where you think he might be, in the dust and dirt. This is a bit of a tricky section, or it can be, if you're not dealing with these little ladybug dudes. Because we've got big blocks, ladybugs, and these blocks do disappear after a while, which is pretty lame. So, you want to make sure to get rid of them. I don't know if I made that jump. Isn't the slowdown just wonderful? Yeah. Local species becoming endangered, but an uglier, invasive one is thriving. Not fair at all. We all feel the same. And now we are in the trash compactor section. This isn't that hard, but you know, it takes some time, and it's kind of easy to mess up. Just want to get through and woo! See, just like that, I could have got crushed super duper easy. Very annoying, and then we would have had to do a bunch of stuff again, and that's not nice. So we want to get rid of them. The shooting sound can get a little annoying after a while, but we want these gone. Want these gone because there's another one coming on through that we want to get rid of. So we want to be able to roll in and roll out. We should be able to. Yeah, just like that. There's a problem with wild invasive boars in Texas, and people are just getting in helicopters flying around shooting the ones they see. And the population is only stable. That's wild. I know Australia is represented by like kangaroos a lot, but sometimes they can get overpopulated as well. So sometimes they need to get taken care of one way or another, relocated and such. Crazy what is going on. Who's Dustman? Dustman. We should use the rings. The rings and the dust weapons are pretty much the two that you use to beat up all the bosses in this game. Like in the castles and stuff. There we go. I'm not looking as much as I should have. Yeah, sometimes kangaroos do show up in suburbs and stuff. Especially if you live in the... I wouldn't say more rural, but I guess more bushy areas. That's what we call like forest land that's native to Australia, like the bush. Because I guess that's what it is. It's not super thick and luscious like, say, an American or a European forest might be. But yeah, sometimes, especially every now and again, you know, people will tear down a bit of native land and build houses and stuff, and sometimes the kangaroos can get displaced. And so they like to hang out in bushier areas sometimes, and yeah, they can show up in the street. I've said it before and I'll say it again, if you see a kangaroo, don't exactly run up to it and try and give it a cuddle or anything, because they are strong and they are wild animals, and if you're not lucky, they will beat you up. They are all muscle and they just might beat you up. Just like I said before, we're very representative here with where we're going. We're fighting Skullman, and so as such, we are in the Bone Zone. And not even the good one. Their human-esque arms freak me out. Yeah, and the fact that they're like super ripped. Those skeleton warriors, they are only good. You can only beat them up with the charge shot. Nice. This is going well. I just got hit. But for the most part, it's good. What's Eddie gonna give us? Nothing good, as usual. What can you do? It's worth coming out here. It's probably not worth coming this way. They might send another dude at us. No, we're good. Because again, now we can use our wire, which we fought hard to get. And we can just grab this. And then you know what? I'll show off the balloons too. So you can pick them up. You get like 3 at a time. And you can make platforms out of them. It's pretty cool. They're nice additions and they're worth seeking out and finding. They are definitely hidden. I think the manual talks about them, but you know, you may not have the manual to a game released in like 1989 or 1990. I don't know. Just because I have it, it doesn't mean that you might have it. That E-Tank is very difficult to get if you don't have the 2 little items that we've been using. So we're going to go get it because it's always good to have. It's this gap here. Yeah, you're right. Manuals are easy to look up if you want to. It's just also very easy to forget that they are readily available on the internet. And it's very nice of people to scan their stuff and make it available so that everyone can have a go. Everyone can have a look. So I'm happy about that sort of stuff. It's definitely a nice thing. The internet is fantastic, very resourceful. Ooh. Nice. Getting a lot of good item drops. That's not usual for this sort of game. We don't super need those. Yeah, God bless scanners, how you've read 98% of manga. And that's not your fault, honestly, with stuff like Japanese manga and stuff like... who is the dust? Honestly, I'll show this off as well. Skullman doesn't do anything until you do, so we can stand here as long as we want. But once we begin, then yeah, he starts firing up. But yeah, that's not your fault necessarily because there are so many companies that could like release their stuff here, but a lot of Japanese companies and publishers just don't care. They can't be bothered or don't see as much of a profit in releasing and translating their work, so they just don't. And everyone misses out. And then they have the gall when people do it as a fan project, they get upset, and you know what, they don't deserve to get upset in that situation. If they can't make it available, they don't deserve to complain when other people do. A chivalrous skull man, that's for sure. We're going on, so it's not Dr. Wily first up, it is Dr. Cossack. He's the villain, and we're going to his Russia Tower to beat him up. This is where things can get dicey when you're playing on cartridge, because this is our final password. So from here there are 8 levels left, and if your game crashes, then tough. You have to start again. So check this out, helpful hint. We have 3 energy tanks. If we jump over here, 4. The snow is thick, so you want to jump. Beat up the little slinky fellas. I like the aesthetic. I know I said it before, I love comparing games like this to, you know, earlier ones in the series, like Mega Man 1 and 2, where they were a lot less detailed, and they started, you know, figuring the console out towards the end, and really making the backgrounds expressive and fun. Oh, heck. Dire here. No way. How are we, everyone? Here we go. I think this is the thing to do. Just 1 second. I have to show my etiquette. Hey, Dyer, how you doing? Just a sec. I'm doing the thing I'm meant to do. Bang. There we go. Doing well. That's perfect. What were you doing today? Was it Kirby? I think you were playing Kirby 64 if memory serves. How was it? Because when I've seen you in the past playing it, it doesn't always look like you're having a fantastic time. We're playing Mega Man 4. It's a game I like a lot. So hopefully you had a good time. Hopefully it wasn't too frustrating or anything. I hear you lost your save file. Sorry, I'm trying to focus on you and what we have going on. That's worth getting. It was interesting. Lost your save file. How did you do that? Lose it down the side of the couch or something. You had to redo stuff. That's lame. Oops! I slipped straight off the edge. That is uncommon. That is an uncommon mistake for me to make. And I don't want to redo this section. I mean, like, not here, but even if you die to the boss, you have to redo this, like, outside section. And it's pretty annoying. Oh, that was lucky. I forgot to shoot the little dude coming out of the ground. But we got through it anyway. Nice. You have fun. I'll have fun too. I'll see you around town. And welcome everyone from the lovely Dire stream. Playing Kirby. We are playing Mega Man 4. We're actually in the second half of the game now. So hopefully you can join us for the end. If you got places to be, don't worry about it. As long as you're having a good time, I don't mind if you head elsewhere. But if you're having a crappy day and you've got nothing better to do, feel free to hang out. That's what it's all about. So we are going to use the jet. And we're just going to skip some of that stuff. Don't feel like it. Those items are good to have, but honestly at this point, it's not crazy. Oh man, another one. Fantastic. Look at this. Now, I forget here. I said this earlier. I forget exactly what to do with these bosses, but I'm pretty sure it's either the rings or the dust crusher. So let's see what gets in. It's the rings. It's the rings on this boss, and we got to make sure we are careful. Because if we die to this boss, we don't go back to the hallway outside like we usually do. We have to go through the first half of the level again. And that is lame. And we don't want to do that. Do not feel like it. So as such, we will do a good job instead. So we're already on the second level of the old Cossack Castle. Just doing our best, just hanging out. Let's see what we can do. And I always forget which is the right way to go up. Like, both ways are fine, but one gets you like a cheeky little bonus item. So, and then, yeah, we went the wrong way. And I missed. We'll slide there. That's a better way to do it. Okay, so now we actually have to take a good look at our weapon energy, because in the castles, they don't just refill. And this is annoying. So here's something you can do to get rid of this guy. So these guys are just going to keep on coming out. So you can actually use the wire. See? And it got refilled, so it's free. Isn't that lovely? Yes, we want to dip down. Oof, that would be nice, but would have liked that weapon energy as well, but, you know, you can't win them all. Gotta get past the spiky platforms. Those are not instant kill spikes, so that's good. Just getting on through. Focusing. The dog rocket board. It was our friend Rush. So Rush, Mega Man is obviously a robot. And Rush is our lovely dog. And he has different uses. So that was Rush Jet, which we may use again, and that's Rush Coil, which we're refilling now. So he's got a little dog springboard. Oh, there wasn't enough room for him. So he has different uses, and one will only see once the daily commute the villains have to go through. So yeah, we'll see the Rush Marine later, which is obviously the Rush submarine. Obviously. There's only one real good spot to use that in the whole game, and we will use it there, just to show it off. That's good, that's extra good. We should fill up our toys. He will. Good. We want to fill up. You just got to take whatever the lowest thing is, honestly, and you got to fill it back up. As we go on through. Alright, let's see what we can do. We got to dodge this thing. Ah! Exactly what I said not to do, right? Alright. But it's worth it. It's worth it to get the stuff. So he'll go and clamp one more time. He'll come up. And then we'll go through. Sometimes it can be a bit precise, these gaps. There we go. Want to use the drill to get the wall down. Now, ideally, we would use like items and stuff to get up. But if we're really cool, we can do this without. I'm going to get the wire. Fill that up. It's a little annoying to go back and forth. Oh yeah, nice. Little annoying to go back and forth through the menus like that. But then check this out. Like if you were cool like us and you managed to get the wire and the balloon, then you can do this. You can skip the little spike platforms and you can just use your wire and you can get out of there. Now we've had, the last boss had the rings as their weakness. So I believe this one is the Dust Crusher. Oh goodness, we've got another friend. Oh. What is this? We've got G-Clef, we have Finbar, we have Mana Song, all coming in. I cannot shout you out all at the same time. We will have to do it in order. How is this happening? What a lucky friend I am. Well, we have to do it now. One moment, I'm typing with my one hand because I am 55. So these have a cooldown. So that's our friend G-Clef right there. And if you don't know him, and you should, there he is right there, and you can follow his channel for free. Are you winning? Yes, actually, things are going quite well, Dad. I am a winning son. When that cools down, then we will move on to the other boys, because you should know them all. Hey, that went pretty well. Hey, we did it. Going to pass out from severe dance tiredness. Doing a DRG column. Fantastic. Glad you boys had fun. So it's time, we're shouting at everyone. There's room for everyone. The music here is really good, so we can use this. There we go. Gonna pause. Gonna copy and paste. Let's try it. I have to wait. I've got a cooldown, boys. I can't use my shout out ultimate every minute of every day. It's everyone's gonna have to wait a sec, and then everyone will get appreciated in turn. That's why you raid bomb. Well, it's good. I'm glad to have you. I am better off for it. We are all better off. Ooh, hey, that's lucky. For having friends like these. If you didn't see, we are playing Mega Man 4. This game is a favorite of mine, and I felt like just relaxing today. So we're playing it because it's really good, and I strongly recommend any of the original 6 Mega Man games anytime. But if you're going to play one, I would say currently number 4 is my favorite of the 6. Every now and again it changes, but I would say number 4 is pretty good. Let's try the old shout out again. We're doing it. Finbar, you're next. Mega Man is a series you need to get into. It absolutely is. It's not as hard as people say, and when you start having fun with it, then yeah, you can zoom through. You can beat most of these games in like an hour. I think it's on YouTube now as a VOD, but I think we beat Mega Man 1 in about 40 minutes when we gave it a go. So, yeah, no, it's not the hardest thing to get done. I'm wasting my toad powers here, which is quite the sentence. But, just to get rid of those little dudes so we don't have to deal with them. Nice. Nice of you to join. It's good to see everyone. I like it when people just drop past. Whether they hang out, whether they keep moving with their day. Like Dyer was just here before. He raided as well and then had to go and continue with his day. But very appreciated. The Twitter post later will be quite crowded. I will be struggling for characters. With all the thanking I will have to do. Oh, but we love it. What a great day to be alive. I still feel so weird like shouting out people, right? Because, you know, the idea is that when people raid or you give them a shout out, I imagine like the site etiquette, this is weird, but we use the balloon here. And you slide through, you get yourself in a strange position and you get that energy tank there. But the thing is like, people come along and they raid and stuff. And then the idea is you do the like shout out thing, right? To get your viewers interested in the person that's just come along. But the thing is, I always feel like I'm like the bottom of the barrel, you know? Like I feel like if someone knows me, they definitely know the pals that are coming along, right? So it feels weird to me to be like, oh, go shout out this person, go follow them, when like clearly everyone knows them already. But I don't know, I guess we have to play along with the etiquette. Like especially I've been blessed to be raided by some rather popular people, and I have nothing to offer them in return. And basically all I do is I say like, you know, maybe try unfollow them if you're following them already, and then follow them again. Oh goodness. I'm trying to copy and paste, but it's going bad. We're using the transition. It's just sharing the love. That's fantastic. That's what I think. And there we go, the final shout out of right this minute. It is Mana Songwriting, who is a very cool dude who plays very cool games. And I always appreciate it when I can catch him live. The other two, G-Clev and Finbar, I have not been so lucky to catch them live, and that is to my detriment. Streaming is enough for you. Oh boy. You're gonna make me blush, fellas. There's too many friends. Well, that's the thing, because I think there's not enough. We can always have more. And yes, it is always interesting seeing who drops past. I'm absolutely getting pulverized by this cannon. This little one-shot cannon. But we're doing our best. Rephrase, we have lots of friends. We do. And I'm always on the hunt for more. I love seeing everyone. I like seeing what everyone's doing. And I like it when they come along to see me, and I like coming along to see them as well. We've sort of goofed a little bit with those cannons before, so we're going to use our sweet wire to get that. And then we will continue. So we are towards the end of the game. There's about 4 or 5 levels left. Out of what? Like 12 or 16? Making, in brackets, hunting friends prey. No, not like that. It's not like we eat people around here. We are genuinely all just cool dudes having cool fun. To the best of my knowledge, that is what is going on. There's 2 drill walls here. But like, with that ladder below, why would you blow up both, you know? Why would you waste your resources? Especially when now they don't come back between levels. We got beat up by a slinky just now. Always an interesting day. And yeah, if you have the wire and like the drill and stuff and you know how to use your weapons and where to use them, you can take a few cool shortcuts in this level, or I guess maybe long cuts in some cases. And you can get some bonus goodies. So let's see if I've done this right. Oh, perfect. First try. Sometimes you get stuck in there because it's a very tight gap and you have to try a few times. I think there was one unfortunate day where I got stuck there and I actually wasted my entire wire energy. What is... I think it's the ring here. It's always either the rings or the dust. So there he is, Dr. Cossack himself. He's coming to beat us up. Not so good. Maybe it was the dust. Yeah, I think so. I know, it's tough. It's tough to know. You don't want him to grab you, that's for sure. Trying to play good, trying to look good for the homies, you know? That was good. I think there's a better weapon for this, honestly. But we're just using the Dust Crusher because almost every boss, as I've said in this game, is either weak to the Dust Crusher or the Ring Boomerang. There we go. We don't actually kill him. His daughter shows up. Kalinka, obviously. And she's like, stop it, Mega Man. My dad was being controlled by Dr. Wily. Stop. And we're like, okie doke. And then he's like, oh, sweet, thanks. Because Proto Man rescued Kalinka from Dr. Wily, and, you know, she was being used as a hostage. And that's why, you know, he was doing his bidding. But now, he's lost his bargaining chip. And he's being forced to face us head on. I think a banner came up before that I reached some sort of goal. That's not my goal, man. Like, Twitch put these on when we hit the affiliate level. They did all this stuff. They gave me, like, redeems. They gave me, like, goals. And, dude, that's not me. That ain't me. So we're in the Wily Castle now. This level's fun. There's only one enemy in the whole thing. Like, one flavor of enemy. So I should look into that whole affiliate deal. And what it gets me and what I can do for people now. But right now, just know there's nothing worth looking at. Under construction. So the entire level is just metals, which are these little dudes' names. They are a series staple. They are in almost every Mega Man game in some form or another. And this level is just them, and the boss at the end is also pretty cool. You could go under there and get hit by that guy, or you could just go over the top, and I don't really know why you would choose to go in there. But still, we're taking hits, we're not doing so hot. This one does a little spin and a little dance. There's a few in here. He takes a few hits as well. The only original series game you've played is number 9. Yeah, a lot of people took that one on. It was very popular when it came out. I really enjoy 1 through 6, and if you Channel points are the greatest. My man, I do not know how to use those. I will have to do some research. If you enjoyed number 9, you will enjoy 1 through 6, because they're a little bit better, I feel. I haven't played Battle Network a lot myself, and I said I would show off Rush Marine, and I'm going to, because this is pretty much the only point in the game where he's useful. So here he is, our little dog submarine, and that's about it. That's it. That's as useful as he is. Do a little jump here. You don't want to hit the spikes, of course. Yeah, I haven't played a lot of Battle Network. I'm more of original series and X. So I played 0 as well, and honestly, it wasn't my favorite. Like ZX as well. There's a lot of Mega Man series, but we're gonna use the jet to skip the reappearing blocks. We're not in the mood for block puzzles today. We just want to zoom through. But yeah, a few people have asked me, you know, when I play these games, about Battle Network, what I think of it if I've played it, and the answer is I haven't. So maybe I should look into it so I can be cool and fit in with the big boys. Maybe it'd be worth looking into. Oh, we should want that, actually. E-tanks are always good. I should have used that. That's good. How many do we have now? We have 9, which I believe is the maximum, even though we have a second digit there in the counter. I believe you can only have 9. And I want to say that the boss is weak to the ring boomerang. So you can see, this whole level is just metal, so now, obviously the boss is just one big one, right? And he summons little ones. He's gonna jump on us. He's gonna hit me because we were not far away enough. Yeah, just like that, but it's fine. We'll use an E-tank, because like, we've got them to spare now. You don't want to be on the ground when he jumps, because it'll knock you off your feet, and he'll hit you for sure. I have played these games too many times. I know a lot of stuff about them. But that's what's also great about playing games you know, and playing games online and on stream as well, because there is always someone who knows a little something that you don't, and it's always really fun to learn about what that is. And he's done. Always interesting. So, there's only about 3 levels left. We got the Wily Tower. Big Skull Factory. Pretty neat. That's where I want to live. What is next? Which one? This one. We'll be fine. Like I said with Mega Man, like 2 especially. Oh. This game doesn't really have the be-all and end-all weapon that like you just throw out and win the game. You sort of have to still use your noodle. And just make it through with the buster. We can get that. We can use our balloons. 1, 2, see? Easy peasy. Make it on through. Watch out for the caterpillars. Ah, I should have used that. That would have been really handy to have. But I am too hasty. The Skull Castle in rural Europe. $500 USD, take it or leave it. That's real. You could do that. This is probably the last time in the game that the jet is useful, so we'll make sure to use him. Rush deserves some screen time and some love. The rings is what we need more of if Eddie's going to give us. Eddie gave us an energy tank. So the one time in the game where we could use some weapon energy, he felt it necessary to give us something else that we already had a lot of instead. And yes, of course, you can see if you went up the left ladder there, you would get beat up by a buzzsaw. Which European country is most likely to have a skull castle? I don't know why. I feel Bavaria comes to mind. Wherever like Dracula's from as well. Transylvania, is that a real place? I don't know if that's a country though, or if it's like a a region. But wherever that stuff is going on, that's where you'll find the Skull Castle. And I think that's where you can get your cheap one. So, go there, make a deal. See what you can do. Almost there. Oh! I was too busy trying to use my weapon. Because for some reason in these games, when you pause and unpause... That's right, France also has terrifying bone catacombs. So maybe if you want to build your stone or skull castle there, you can get some good resources. So for some reason in Mega Man 1 to 4, I think they only fixed it in number 5. If you are climbing a ladder, and then you pause the game, go to the pause screen or the weapon select screen, and then unpause, Mega Man is not remembered as being on the ladder, which is ridiculous to me. So if you're unprepared, he will just fall off, and you'll have to redo whatever you're doing. There we go. He's weak to the ring boomerang, but you can only hit him on his little gem head. But because the last few bosses were weak against the rings as well, you may not have enough. But there we go, we just barely got through. Only a couple levels left, this is good. We're making good time. I knew this wouldn't take too long. I just wanted to chill. Maybe tomorrow I'll come back with the Mario RPG bonus content. I say bonus, but it's all there in the game. I think we'll have to walk out of the farm dungeon. Listen to this song. If you can't hear it in the background, tell me and I'll turn it up, because this song is a banger. It's awesome. Great way to finish the game. I think we have, yep, all 9 E-tanks, so we don't need that. If we die and happen to come back, we can use it there. Always nice getting that little refill. Yeah. Jumping straight onto an enemy. Very nice, very kind. Good so far, thank you. I know you mean the music, but that's also good to me. I want to make sure that everyone can hear it, because it's very good. Headbanging intensified. Energy recharge musical interjections. Every game should have them. We don't need to worry about this guy. But we will. Oh man. I tried to look cool and see where it got me. So we are in this section of the game where we have to fight all the robots again. And then it pretty much goes to the last level, if I'm not misremembering. So we're here, we gotta beat all 8 again. It's Drill Man. But now we'll see everyone getting beat up by their weaknesses, so it should go a lot faster than when I was just messing about in the levels. Wait for him to come out of the ground. He went back in. If you are unlucky, he can spend a lot of time in the ground, and you can't really do anything. I forgot his dudes explode. Woo! Luckily, the dive missiles follow him. This is good. Even though he's hurting us, like, he's spending a lot of time out of the ground, and so we can beat him up faster, and that's what it's all about. You gotta get in and out really fast. So, I'm gonna do what I said here. So, again, if you hit him first, just one little shot, and then use his weapon, which is the Toad Rain, he will never do his special move, because it's activated at certain points in his life bar. So when he has certain like numbers left, that's when he'll do it. But now that he's 1 short, he'll never do it, and he'll just attack regular. So that's a nifty little trick if you can't be bothered putting up with him, much like myself. We're back to Skullman, who is allergic to dust. Don't think you've ever seen a homing attack like that in a game from this era. Wow. Get used to it, buddy. Here we go. Ooh. He's a bit of a tricky one, Skullman, but you should be fine. And everything in this boss rush gives you a little large health recovery. So we're going to do this a lot easier than we did before. I think like Dive Man was the only time we died before. So you're supposed to just get on next to him and hit him with the skull barrier. See, all you got to do, just make sure he touches your little skull shield and you'll be laughing. Nothing to worry about, right? And Toad. And Frog. So we'll just let him jump. He's allergic to drills, as most frogs are, so don't worry about it. We let him do his rain, which is no good. That's right, I suppose. It's very interesting, it would be, to see the original forms of the Battle Network Robot Masters, because they all got like reimagined. I completely forgot about that. So this is what they originally looked like. If you hang around for the credits, you'll see something cool. So if you want to hang out, I mean, as I said, if you got things to do, feel free to go and do them. But if you hang around till the end of the game, which should only be in about 10 or 15 minutes tops, you will see something very cool that you will enjoy. I'm sure of it. So, hang out. Which boss is this? This is Dustman. And he's doing his invincible, like, sucking in move right now, which is very annoying. Mega Man speedruns really are make or break about boss patterns. So Ring Man, again, as most rings are, weak to the Pharaoh shot. I should tell the Australian government about the weakness. So the Pharaoh shot in this game, and I'll show it off later, is actually infinite, and you can use a trick to make it last forever. I know I said we wouldn't really be cheating in this game, but I don't know, it's pretty harmless. It's just a sneaky little thing to make it last a bit longer. You actually don't need it at any point. We'll use the Bright Man again. Oh, I put myself in a bad spot. I gotta jump and shoot at the same time. We got a double-handed here. This is better. Now we can leave him here. We can just mash until he's gone. This is Pharaoh Man. Little more. And good. And then comes the last boss, or the last one for this level. That's what Dustman looks like. He was your go-to in Battle Network 6. Maybe I should try these out sometime. What was this one? I think this one, if you stand right here, he can't get you. So you just let him shoot, you shoot as well, and you don't really have to worry about anything. And that's all there really is to it, huh? We just get rid of him. He has a second phase, of course, as he is known to do. Oh, I jumped too early. I was too busy having fun with you guys. Learn to take off your headphones when the boss health fills. I'm sorry. So this one is weak to the drill. But not just like the drill itself. You'll see the drill will bounce off. So we got to make sure to explode the drill just before it hits him, which you can do by pressing the button again. Very sneaky. Doesn't always work. And here, when he's flying away, you can actually attack him here. And it gets rid of him, it kills him. He disappears from the screen, but then the game crashes because it can't proceed. The game cannot continue until he is off screen, floating upwards. So if you kill him before he leaves, the game will bug out and you won't be able to continue and you have to turn it off. So we won't be doing that today. This is the real last level. You only need the Pharaoh shot here. So there's some little caterpillars and buggos to fill up your health. And sometimes they don't drop anything, so we have to see what we can get. I mean, as I said, the Pharaoh shot is infinite if you want it to be. Triggers in games are so interesting, it's true. You never know what's important and what's not. There we go. So the last thing, so I'm gonna show this off. So if you hold down the B button while selecting the Pharaoh shot from the menu, it just forms over your head, right? And then, like, you know, one comes in, and then all you gotta do is press it again and one will form, and then you can throw it, and then it never, or you don't even throw it, you just wait for someone to get above you and you hit them with it, and then it never runs out. It only takes energy if it hits something like that. And now if we pause and unpause again, it'll form back. And this boss fight is all about Dr. Wily showing up for a split second, and you just have to hope you're there. See, like that. And now we'll pause and we'll unpause, and our weapon energy is not being used. So again, like in other Mega Man games, this is the only weapon that can hurt the final boss. So they basically choose one, and that's the only thing that can hurt him. So if you run out, you are out of luck, which is why this little trick is so handy. Maybe it's intentional, maybe it's not. We'll see. He's getting there. So let's see. Mega Man player tries to beat the game without exploits. Challenge impossible. I'm just showing them off, you know? Thanks for joining us. I'll call you Felix, you look cool. But he gets away because, you know, we can't have consequences in these games. So hang out for the credits because I'll show you something cool. You're going to be amazed, trust me. There are certainly exploits, but I just wanted to show them off. I mean, it's certainly easy enough to beat Dr. Wowie, if you've ever played Mega Man 8, without any sort of tricks or tips. We'll be fine. So Mega Man got out. We all got out. The skull explosion, which is what happens when your skull castle collapses. Keep that in mind. And then we go through the usual credits. I'm pretty sure Dr. Wowie, if you've ever played Mega Man 8, and I'm sure one day we will, so if you don't want to, you can just wait for me to do it. The game's English version has some god-awful voice acting. And it includes a Dr. Light that has basically a lisp, like a speech impediment, and instead of saying Dr. Wily multiple times, he pronounces it as Dr. Wowie, and the Earth never forgot. You can't have consequences in this game. We need to keep making those games in the year 2021. I thought it was the year 2000X where it took place, but I guess, yes, we need to keep pooping them out every now and again when we run out of money. I didn't like Mega Man 11, personally. The levels were too long and annoying. And yes, that's certainly, that was the character designer. Designs one of the most iconic characters in gaming, does not elaborate, leaves. You're darn right. You sound like someone who knows what I'm gonna do later, so in the credits, we will see another designer you may all know, and it's coming up soon. So I think I've explained this before, if anyone was around to watch me play Mega Man 2. So after Mega Man 2 onwards, they started opening up the Robot Masters here, you can see, in a competition. So kids would send in their entries and like the best ones would get picked and get made into Robot Masters for the future game. So check this out. He'll come up soon enough. I want you to point out one of them to you. So check this out. Not Pharaoh Man. We gotta wait. It'll be worth it, trust me. You'll be amazed. It's not Pharaoh Man. I think it is actually Dust Man. Not Ring Man. Here he is, check this out. Dust Man, Yusuke Murata. Do you know this name? I think you do, because that boy grew up to be Murata, who now illustrates things such as One Punch Man. And so he has a name here. He designed it as a kid. He won the competition. He got a Robot Master in Mega Man 5 as well. And then he grew up to be the illustrator that we all know. So search up One Punch Man. Not the original version by like one. But that's exactly who he grew up to be. And that's my fun fact for you today. He shows up again in Mega Man 5. I believe he designed Crystal Man as well. So there you go. Obviously not as you see it. I believe they were definitely like children's drawings and Capcom like spiced them up. But there you go. There's a fun fact from me to you, and it was definitely worth hanging out. This is another screen that we can't get off of, so it's just going to be me talking in silence. So, I think we're going to start wrapping up. Let me just cruise on the old computer here, see who else is around, because we might have to ship you boys off. It's a shame that some of you only showed up recently, because, you know, we could have hung around for a little longer, but unfortunately, I'm extremely cool, and I beat games nice and fast. So, we're stuck with the situation we are in. Don't mind my silence. I'm just trying to copy and paste names. And my computer is like, I'd rather die than let you copy and paste this simple text. Here we go. Yes, I got it. I found the exact right angle to get what I wanted. Yeah, you pretty much missed the whole stream, but that's the thing. We'll have future ones too, so you can always come back next time. I'm glad you joined in. I'll play Mega Man in the future, you know, other ones. I skipped 3 to play number 4 because I really hate the Doc Robot sections. So, we'll play them in the future. I think tomorrow, like I said, we're going back to Mario RPG. And we're going to try and beat the bonus bosses. Hopefully I don't get, like, my booty slapped too hard. But for now, I think we're going to wrap up because we've had a good session today. So I will finish by saying, you know, the usual. Love you very much. Thanks for coming. I will see you next time. I miss you already. Mega Man is alright. You played some of them. Played all of them. It's like, would your Steam reviews for like the Mega Man series be like, I would not recommend this, and it has like 10,000 hours played? We're doing something. Yeah, I'm sending off to Dante because he's pretty cool. So we're setting that up right now. So, love you very much. I will see you next time. And I will be around. And you'll be around too. I'm going to shoot you off right here, and then I'm going to finish. And I'll join you there for a little bit before I have to run away. So, you're going. Like it or not. Bye.